there is something huge in today's episode of My Adventures with Superman on Exhausted Reviews. Welcome back to Exhausted Reviews. I'm exhausted and I make reviews. And y'all, we gotta talk about this episode of Superman, Super Duper Man, because right off the bat, we already have some intense shipping moments going on right here. Y'all, check this out. You see this? You seeing this? You see Lois Lane get all cozy with Clark? And here, I actually like a lot of the character work they do in this episode. Because most of this episode is just Lois and Clark. And look at that. Look at Lois get all embarrassed and blushing because all of her official sources have not been able to find anything about Superman. And that's why she's like, fine, we'll listen to the freakos and the aliens and the wackadoodles, because clearly something's going on about something, and I need to know what's happening. So she really gets into this, and as soon as she is feeling like they're about to get a real lead on the Superman story, lo and behold, man, everything is just giving me all the technology's problems today. They literally immediately get called up. Oh my god, whoa. The off model, some of the animation in the show is actually hilarious. I will say, this animation is actually hilarious. That still frame was not meant to be seen by human eyes. I think the opening for this too, the intro for this, the opening, the credits are pretty nice, pretty stylish. I'm definitely a big fan of these kinds of intros and openings, of just little short musical cues. Definitely some cool stuff. So these guys, he assigns them, he's like, you guys want to be a reporter? Fine. We're going to send you to this big, not Jeff Bezos rooftop party, and you guys are going to interview some of the fancy people here. And so Jimmy actually ends up getting left behind by Lois and Clark. Lois and Clark, that's so hilarious. But he ends up having to take pictures of old people, because they're too busy trying to get like real soups and stuff. They kind of are ditching him the entire night. Which, man, I sure wish I could pull up some visuals for this. Then you meet this guy, who turns out to be, he's not a good guy. Clark is trying to get like some information from him. This guy is listening in on stuff, and he's listening in on their tech deals of them trying to sell technology to people. And Clark hears it, and he's like, and the guy's like, why don't we go chat? Bro, I hate, it's so hard to get, where do people get their footage from, you know? Where do people get footage from these days? So anyways, about halfway through the episode, Clark, Lois has not been having any luck trying to get people in on her, to just walking around talking, saying, what do you think about this conspiracy? What do you think about this conspiracy? What do you think about you being caught doing bad things? Like, bro, you can't, that's bad journalism. You can't just walk around and expect people to answer that. Clark pulls up, does the same thing, because this guy is giving him the heebie-jeebies. And dude is like, you know what? Let me just escort you to the press section. And he immediately gets freaking tossed out. Immediately. And the security in this place has got to be non-existent, because the second he gets tossed out, they see this other chick, and freaking, they literally are easily able to, Clark hilariously, oh yeah, I forgot, he took his shirt off. They both took their shirts off, because Clark got his jacket. It's not really important. It was pretty cute though. Actually, we should go back, because we see a lot of some of their development, and we see Lois talking about her father. She brings up her father for a little bit, because he calls her, and Superman is like, you're like actually like you're like super amazing, and like I'm sure your dad likes you. You're just like amazing, because like you're super hot and like a tan thin girl, and like you're like the fucking hot wife of my dreams. So like please let me and she can sew too, and you're like this like hot tomboy. Oh my god, I'm literally gonna freaking, oh my god, please, Lois, you have to save me. Lois, you have to. Anyways, we meet Parasite, who's come on, show up. So the bad guy, his name is, he calls himself the Parasite, and what his suit does is it allows him to absorb kinetic energy and redirect it. So he baits Superman into coming, He also appears to be the guy who's been giving out the tech to Intergang and Livewire, because his tech is super advanced, and they saw some more tech in the lab, which I couldn't pull up because this everything is bad these days. But we get a cool fight scene, and Jimmy and Lois are actually trying to help Superman by dog. Oh, what is going on here? Okay, yeah. They. Anyways, this is a good episode. Lois, you know, they take down the force field that the guy uses to trap Superman, and Superman, you know, lets him waste his battery by not fighting back. So Superman doing some very, very big genius plays, learning. He's learning every episode too. Every episode he learns something new. So I have a feeling that we're definitely going to be seeing more Superman growth throughout the series, and that's something I've liked too. It's the Superman growth aspect of things. I like seeing Superman come to terms with his powers and learn and grow. We need more origin stories that aren't just the same thing over and over again. This is a nice twist on it. They're weaving in a lot of things into this continuity, and Clark kind of makes a mistake at the end of the night because he puts his jacket, he lets Lois Lane wear his jacket, forgetting that early, and they both walk off without Jimmy too, not to mention. So like, the friend group is about to splinter because Jimmy feels left out because they're too busy trying to make out with each other, and Lois Lane finds a piece of paper that Clark left in his jacket. And what is it? What is that piece of paper, you might ask, that Clark tore out of a book that Lois Lane was studying for Superman? Yes, it was the Flying Boy story, or the Flying Boy of Kansas. And finally, Lois Lane, she puts it all together. She's not dumb. She's no dum-dum. She gets it. She remembered that Lois Lane, Clark was able to pick her up with like zero effort. She remembers he was there when they randomly decided to get attacked by robots. And then she remembers his face, and she puts it up against his face. And it's like, whoa, Clark Kent is freaking Superman. She knows. Does she know? And now I can actually put that in the thumbnail. It's not clickbait. It is legitimately a does she know moment. So y'all, we really gotta just take a second to appreciate the agency for this, and appreciate everyone who has been watching Superman, My vs. Superman. Shout out to Superman, because we couldn't have gotten to this moment without you. So big thanks to everybody involved in the process of this. Are you guys enjoying Adventures of Superman? I'm digging it. I really want to see some comments about if you guys are actually enjoying the series, or if you're just watching it because you hate Lois Lane. Let me know, because I like the show. The animation, like I've said, is kind of hilarious at times, but we've watched enough anime on this channel that, you know, a couple of choppy frames here and there isn't going to kill anyone. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and leave a like if you think Lois Lane knows Clark Kent is Superman. That's going to be it for me. I will see you guys in the next video.